And welcome back to Crypto Hulk. Kind of messed up just a little. Yeah. I had a show lined up. I started this one. I should have ended that one, but I didn't. So I don't know if this is even gonna work at all. This particular show here. I don't know if the other one is still showing. I'm gonna give it a few minutes to turn off. Let me take a look. That one. Let's see. So let me see if deleting that show will help. Let me see what happens here. Live stream. Okay. All right. People found the channel. I'm kind of new at this because what I'm doing now, what I'm going to start doing now for like the next week or so, not every show, is I'm going to have a show that's live because if I just advertise a members only, nobody sees it. So the way I have to get around the dumb shits at YT is post a live show, and at the last minute, I'm gonna like delete it and then start the live show, something like that. Because the camera was still running on the old show, and when I started this one here that I'm at right now, there was no camera whatsoever. So, because these are the games that I gotta play to get around. Because if I just do a members only, like 5 people show up because nobody sees it. So that's how we've got to play these stupid games. So I messed up and started the other show without deleting the first one. That was my mistake. So and people gave donations, and I can look those up here just for a second. Let's see here. YouTube Studio. Let me go here. And that was a supers. Now, I know that Rob C gave me a donation. It says on the wrong feed fee, ready for class, Crypto Hulk. So thank you, Rob C, for that. And then Kitch J gave me a super chat, but there wasn't a message that's shown in here. And January 22, isn't today all these people? Whoa. So let me read. Okay. So I've got, because these are all showing up for January 22nd, which is today. So maybe some people gave me some of these and they were actually donated yesterday, but they showed up today. I'll read them anyway. I think I remember these names. X Mark Ryder, thanks for the big donation yesterday. A little something for you, Hulk, to grab some of that evil Peppy. And then everyone gave it that donation. I think, yeah, I think those were it for today. Can't quite tell on this thing because I deleted the show, like permanently deleted it. Anonymous user, member for 11 months, is now 2024 crypto explosion. Been here 2 years, never disappoint. You know, because I don't take it for granted. I don't have these big multi-billion-dollar companies giving me all kinds of money every month. I've got poor people who are trying to make it. I take the job seriously. I actually think it's kind of fun. I'm going against a corporation that can't handle this, so they got to cheat. They've got YT has to cheat in 15 different ways on this channel to beat me. They can't come at me square. It's very rare if a man can come at me square and compete and outthink me, outspeak me, and all these kinds of things, outwork me and all that. Cannot happen. So I've got to have a corporation do 15 different illegal things to try to keep you from getting my information. I've got a corporation crushing, it's like an elephant crushing a mouse, and I'm trying to show you all this information, and they can't compete. I want to know what would happen if they could compete and come at me straight. I would take over their fucking platform. That's what would happen. I'd have like not 80 people on my show right now. I'd have like 800,000. They already know. They know my algorithm. They're scared to death. They can see what I'm saying on this show, and the algorithm's going straight up, and they're like, oh, damn, this guy's going to take over. I already know. That's why they got to do, they come at this channel 15 different ways. Some people can't donate. Some people are notified. This, that, and the other. Some people just can't even find the show, period. They do 15 or 20 different things. It's like 15 people coming at one man. That means the men that work at YT are 1/20th of a man. The first person to show up on this particular one was Ismail Mustafik. I shot you 317, hammer it down, driver JG, Bellini girl, anonymous user Stephen Morris, right, meow, Jared, disabled XRP, Biffrod just joined. I saw that earlier on the other show. Danny Boy is here, disabled XRP. We got Mr. Heath, 1970 legend. Robert Driscoll, XR Logician is now a 2024 explosion. Ginsler, evidence of a hackable animal. Hulk's couch is here. And Ed Doxy. Ed, thank you very much for the show. I mean, for your donation. I appreciate you watching the show. I got like 10 things in my head right now. Part of it is I'm pissed at this fucking platform. But so far, it's the best one that I can get. It like works great if they just stop doing dumb shit, you know? Like, it's better than the other one as far as making a career. Like, I know this is not no career, but like, man, I wish crypto would go on forever. Sometimes I don't. It's so much work. It really is. Like the whole day, it's either work out, go eat. I had to do something at the old apartment, go work out, do this show. Like, that's all it is, man. Like, it's this fucking show. It's a whole damn day. I'm not complaining. But I'm glad this shit's temporary because I can't do this shit forever. This will drive me fucking nuts. I'm serious. Trying to keep on top of all the news, trying to compete with other channels, see what other channels have. What angle are they teaching? This and that. How can I make stuff better in my own way? Like, there's a whole lot of shit going on, man. And yeah, this is tough, but it's worth it. It's a noble cause. But anyhow, enough of that. Dong Duong, thank you very much for that donation to the channel. Robert, Bobby Bob Driscoll, Stephen Morris. Just FYI, if you like Stellar, which I do, Stellar Term and Lobster have a swap that you can get SXQ. That's all great. Thanks for the donation there, buddy. Damn, YT didn't notify me. Definitely not for this show right here. This was last minute. This is a member only. I tried to pull a switcheroo on YT. So I put up the free show, and then right before I do a paid show, I should have ended it, but I didn't, so I messed up. So that's how you get around that algorithm. Because if I just do a straight up members only, 5 people show up, nobody gets notified. I said, okay, all right, I see what you're fucking doing. So I'm gonna advertise a free show, and last minute turn that shit off, start the member show. Gotcha. All right. Let's start here, shall we? I'm going to show you something. I don't know why. I'm just going to teach this one. Saw this article. Bloody YouTube, the bloody wankers. All right, let's get into some business here. Coinbase versus SEC lawsuit. Total garbage. You got Ripple's chief lawyer, Stuart Alderati, exposes major misconduct. Man, I've been saying that shit for years, 3 years now. Fucking criminals. Like, I've been telling you guys stuff for like 3 years in advance. These other channels have no idea. They don't comprehend certain. Look, I understand certain things in life, not everything. I understand what's important for survival. That's what I fucking get. I don't know who did this and da 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 da. And I don't watch TV and I don't give a shit about that and whatever. when it comes to surviving and teaching you how to be fucking millionaires, that's what I focus on. Nothing else. I don't care. So, let me get into this article. Ripple Chief Legal Officer Stuart Alderoty unveils crucial insights post SEC hearing, altering dynamics in ongoing Coinbase legal dispute. In a stunning turn of events following the recent SEC versus Coinbase hearing, Ripple's chief legal officer, Stuart Alderoty, took to social media to expose what he claims to be major misconduct by the regulator. Well, finally, someone's talking about this shit. While not uttered in the courtroom, Alderoty's posts adds a new layer of intrigue to the already high-stakes legal battle. And that is, the SEC are criminals. I've only been telling you guys this for 3 years. Some of y'all have known this. I haven't studied the SEC besides this case. Some of you have known the SEC are criminals for 30 years. Okay? I'm just letting the new people know what I discovered. This is not my area. I worked in law enforcement, probation, office of the courts, these kinds of things, military, not like fucking crypto and playing with bitcoins and shit. I didn't know what this fucking shit was almost 4 years ago. The core issue revolves around the SEC's allegations that Coinbase sold unregistered securities, a charge vehemently contested by the cryptocurrency exchange. Well, now some of these cryptos are, I'll give the SEC that, and some are not. However, Alderoty's post challenges the SEC's narrative, asserting that their focus on whether investors are pooling their capital with the promoter's efforts is fundamentally flawed. Citing the influential Revok case, Alderoty argues that the Howey test requires more than mere investment in effort. It demands an investment in a common enterprise. Now, I'm going to read off the article, and then I'm going to give you my opinion. Now, here's my opinion. What the SEC is doing is not focusing on the Howey test. They're focusing on some other things. Like if some people join with others in order to make a profit, that's a security. Oh, so when a group of people have a pee-wee baseball car fucking wash, then I guess when these people get together and put their money together to buy soap and fucking water and pads, that's a security. Gary's fucking high, okay? You have to follow the Howey test. And you got to follow all the 4 prongs, okay? Just because people pool their money together, what the fuck did they just say? Because this shit's starting to piss me off, this Gary Gensler. When investors pool their capital with the promoter's efforts, it's fundamentally flawed. So when a group of people pool their money together and there's somebody that promotes the car wash, it's not a fucking security. Is there a contract for future money? Dude, this whole thing is so fucking stupid with this SEC. I'm not even a lawyer, and you can totally see that there is no security here with that example with Coinbase. Even if people put together to pool money, that's not a security, man. You got to have all the 4 prongs, Gary. Get your shit together, Gary, and quit fucking lying to people. Now, Stuart Alderoty comments. That's why I can't be in court, because I'd start talking like this. Hoo-wee. Okay, got it. Last week in Coinbase, the SEC told the court that the question is whether investors are pooling their capital with the promoter's efforts. Gary, that's so fucking wrong. Let me continue. So Stuart Alderoty says that's wrong. Howey demands more than investing in efforts. You have to invest in a common enterprise. Wow, Gary's such a little smoky sucker. Let's scroll down to what's next. The recent hearing, a focal point not just for the crypto market, but for the entire financial world, saw Judge Falia's probing questions. Nobody she questioned Notably, she questioned the SEC about tokens like Solana and Cardano, named in the complaint, challenging whether they violated securities laws. The agency's lawyer defended these tokens as mere computer code, prompting a wry smile from Judge Falia. With the next phase of the legal battle involving Judge Falia questioning Coinbase, the exchange faced the likelihood of the judge denying their motion, pushing the case into the discovery phase. Post discovery, both the SEC and Coinbase retain the option to file a motion for summary judgment. Okay, I'm going to look at the comments and then I'm going to start showing you what is really, oh my God, hold on. Scroll through this. What the hell? We got Henry Brown. Thank you for your donation there, Henry Brown. And it looks like we've got Royce Altman. We got a new member. I got to work on building my membership base up because when I did that switch, YouTube deleted 30% of my members. I was like, holy shiznit. It was pretty substantial. Yeah, I lost like 30% of my money. So probably take me a couple months to get everybody back. Who knows? But Royce, that's definitely in the right direction. That's going to make this channel go. Appreciate that. It's kind of a shock here. Henry Brown, again, thank you for your donation. Now, let me show you what I'm feeling about this case. Because with Gary, get that. Wow, I'm just so mad. I got to watch myself. I got to try to maintain my composure. Show you facts. I want to show you something right here. It makes Gary Gensler look like a pile of just nasty shit. Now, look what I'm sending you here. It's a video I've shown a while back. Go to the 47-second mark. This is a 1 minute, 20-second video. I want you to go to the 47-second mark. Now, Gary can say people pooling money together. That is such like simple, no brain cell, mouth breather, heavy mouth breather, knuckle dragger, human being definition. I'm going to show you if I'm in court, Your Honor. Here's my definition of a security. Chairman Gensler is a cocksucker. He has no idea what he's doing. First off, Your Honor, look what we got right here. Here's an example of a security that the SEC never touched. Here's an example, Your Honor, of a crypto company that sold an illegal security that the SEC failed to notice. They advertised it, Your Honor, ad nauseum everywhere. The SEC did nothing at all on purpose. That shows how culpable this agency is, Your Honor. Now, here's what we have. My first case, Your Honor, that this is a textbook security right here, Your Honor, that we should be looking at. Not what Gary says about people pulling their money, Your Honor. Look what we have here. We have what's called an Ethereum roadmap. Now, if we were to click on that, Your Honor, we'd see a whole 2, 3, 4 pages on what Ethereum hoped to accomplish by selling securities, Your Honor. Next, we have a section here called intended use of revenue, Your Honor. And what we have here is where Ethereum intended on getting money through illegal security sales so that they could then benefit the company to increase the product. That's called classic security sales, Your Honor. Next, we go to the terms and conditions of the Ethereum Genesis sale. Your Honor, this is the first time a crypto company ever had a security sale in the United States. They actually had the audacity to call it a Genesis sale. And look, Your Honor, the word is sale, S-A-L-E, right there. Now, Your Honor, to wrap up my argument in the case that Ethereum sold illegal securities and the SEC chose to do nothing, Your Honor, here we have an Ethereum product purchase agreement. Your Honor, this can't get any more slap in your face. Ether product purchase agreement. You're having a sale with an agreement, Your Honor. Now, that's the Ethereum case. That is the perfect case of a crypto security sales. Now, Gary Gensler says when people pool their money together, Your Honor, like, who made their case? Crypto Hulk or Gary the cocksucker? You decide. It's your courtroom, okay? That's how I would do stuff if I'm in this case and I'm Stuart Alderati. And then the judge would probably throw me out of the courtroom for being vulgar, okay, and put me in contempt, all right? But that's how I would see it. This case is very, very clear, all right? Pooling money. That's the best you got. You're the SEC, for God's sakes. You're what you that's what Gary said in court. That's his defense. People pool money together. Wow. I'm in court and I fucking bring it. See, that's why I win cases when I used to work in the court system. Okay. I worked at state level Supreme Court. I was not a lawyer. All right. But when I'm before a judge, I bring facts and I make sure I walk away with all the marbles because I'm winning in that game. Okay. That's how we play. Gary's like up there as some kind of he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. All right. It's embarrassing, Robert Driscoll. It truly is embarrassing how Gary Gensler, the only thing he can bring to defend the SEC is, well, Your Honor, and people are pooling money, and then it's the Howey test. But Crypto Hulk just smashed my balls, Your Honor. This is embarrassing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to survive. Crypto Hulk just brang it, made me look like a little dumb fuck in court. These are the people we got at the SEC. Straight up retard criminals running shit, okay? It's truly embarrassing. I think I'll leave it at that. Yeah, I have another article that kind of relates to this, but I think I kind of outdid myself in that one. So I'm going to let everything, we're going to go to another articulo right here. The Brad Garling house. This article is kind of a softball. I think this article is good after what I just did. This will be like a nice, easy read. It's a nice, we're going to take a little break with this article. And Biff Rod's like, right, meow. Here's your next article. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse sparks frenzy and he hints at major moves in 2024. So this is for the people that didn't catch the AM show, because I know some people would be like, but Crypto Hulk, you kind of talked about this in the morning. Yeah, some people aren't crazy like you and watch 2 shows a day that I make, all right? Some people can only make one. So you might have seen this in the AM. This article is a little different, but it's basically the same. But a lot of people can't be just watching 2 hours and 15 minutes a day at Crypto Hulk, right? So I can't be, yeah, anyhow. Ripple CEO. So for the brand new people, Ripple CEO hints at major developments for 2024. Okay. This morning's show, if you want to watch it, I think I started off with Brad Garlinghouse. Oh my God. Brad's basically telling us this is our year for regulations. Now, I'm not saying it's going to moon this year, but we get at least the regulations this year. Crypto Hulk predicts spring to late spring 2025. Make sure you're all ready. Okay. This is the year right now. And I was telling people, get a fucking loan. Okay. My name is Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of that stuff. I spent 50 years in jail for giving criminal financial advice to monkeys. All right. Now, if you don't have enough money for crypto, you're like, well, Crypto Hulk, I'm broke. Get a loan. All right. Don't do this dollar cost averaging dumb shit, because it's going to take you 3 to 4 years to get the crypto you want, and we'll already take off, and you'll just be like, bye. We're already taking off for the moon. You're trying to get 1,000 XRP or some shit, or 50 XRP. It's not going to work, man. So you got to like step your game up, get a fucking loan, make the payments as low as you can, stretch it out for 4 years. I don't care if you're paying interest for the first 2 years, because you'll be rich in a year and a half. All right. And you can pay off your little $300 fucking loan. All right, not a big fucking deal. So Brad Garlinghouse talking about major crypto clarification this year. Now, this article kind of talks about that. He's talking about CBDC. Ripple's going to do heavy CBDC in 2024. Okay. I know we don't like that where the government has their money. Like, it's just inevitable. I'm sorry. We're going to be rich for a short period of time. It's going to be time to diversify into different things because this world's becoming more and more commie. All right. It's just how it's going. It'll probably be like good people and then bad people. And it'll be half and half. Some people are like, well, I'll give up all my rights to the government as long as I feel safe. I'm just like, wow, you stupid fuck. I'll give up all my. Forget the Constitution. That shit was written over 200 years ago. By by prejudiced men. Let's just get rid of the whole Constitution and just be government slaves. Why not? I'm just like, wow, you dumb fuck. Um, Brad Garlinghouse's visionary stance. It just talks that Brad's seeing a lot of stuff going down. Garlinghouse known for steering the XRP community through a 3-year legal battle. The court system gave Ripple the green light to focus on being a blockchain payments company. That's what this whole court thing was. It was a stall tactic. That's all it was. It meant nothing. There's already clarity for XRP and Ripple. That clarity started in 2015. I've already gone over the other day the 2015 Ripple settlement agreement. That's the clarity right there. Not the one with Judge Sarah Netberg and whatever. It says XRP is not a security. That tells us almost nothing at all. Next, it just says right near the end, Grayscale Investments and Ripple are paving the way. The crypto world is at a turning point. And everybody, that's what the Davos said. Christine Lagarde is like, the world's returning to a new normal. Not the old normal way of life, but a new normal way of doing things. And that's going to be good and it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad if you're new to crypto and you don't have enough. It's going to be bad if you're new to crypto, you don't know about a hardware wallet, Faraday bag. It's going to be very bad for you. If you trust exchanges, it's going to be very bad for you. I knew this 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I bought all the crypto I will ever buy. And I watched YouTube for like a week or two to learn how to use a hardware wallet. I figured that shit out. And I bought all my crypto. And as I bought it, I within 1 minute had it on a hardware wallet. Because I knew one day these communist governments are going to try to take all my shit. All right? That's how it is. Let me check some comments here. I don't trust exchanges. I'm so glad I work nights. Hulk has me crying of laughter when he goes in on dumb. It's true. 10 years ago, I bought 95% all the crypto I'll ever have. Wow. I get to crack up without worrying about coworkers. Howdy, Hulk. Hope you've been well. I've been busy, J316. I have a condo, but in California, if you start renting shit to people and they don't want to leave, the government's like, oh well, you're a rich person. You own it. I don't own. I'm making payments on the house. I don't own the fucking house. Well, you're a rich person. You own a house and they're homeless. So maybe we can get through court for about 2 or 3 years later, and so they get free rent. And I'm just like, wow, I'm not letting nobody in my fucking house to rent it. This fucking state is out of control. So I am renting a house, and if anything were to ever happen, I'll get out of this fucking place and go live in my house. Let me get back to work. Hold on, let me check, make sure I don't miss nothing. Okay, work like a doctor. Coinbase, we got that one. Let me eliminate that one. That one. Okay, let's talk about the IMF because the IMF is kind of saying the same thing like Brad Garlinghouse. We're going to have crypto regs this year. The IMF is saying we're going to have artificial intelligence regulations this year. You notice how everybody just starts saying shit at the same time? I'm sure it's a total coincidence. I'm sure it means nothing at all, right? Here we go. But they all work together. The IMF lays out a 5-point AI regulation action plan. 2023, last year, saw governments around the world grapple with the commercial emergence of artificial intelligence. Like, that's really the first time for me that I really kind of heard about artificial intelligence. I kind of heard a little bit before, but all of a sudden last year, it just starts popping up. And then I'll tell you what, in the past 1 to 2 months, I've heard more about AI and what's this quantum computer shit than I have for like my whole life. Just all of a sudden, and I'm telling you, it's not all of a sudden. This shit is planned out, okay? From the White House's executive order on the safe, secure, and trustworthy development and use of AI. Actually, we went over the executive order, talk about artificial intelligence. It was executive order 14067. I did it about 2 days ago, maybe three-ish. But it says development use of AI, and China has already implemented policies, and Japan's Hiroshima process, the world's largest economy, took their own distinct approach to balancing oversight with artificial intelligence application. Listen to what they say here. 2024 is already shaping up to be a year where national and even supranational policies on AI are sharpened, signed, and implemented. They just said green light artificial intelligence laws this year. But regulation of artificial intelligence is a complex and evolving topic that involves various considerations, not the least of which is the fact that the technology knows no borders, putting a spotlight on global cooperation and coordination. We're talking about, I know people in healthcare right now, doctors that are using artificial intelligence, and it's replacing other doctors, nurses, medical assistants. Oh, yeah. Now, in this article, at some point, it's going to tell you that if you're in a developing country, or maybe not in this article, it was another one. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Like just down below here, it says already the IMF has noted in a separate report that up to 60, that's 60% of jobs in advanced economies like the USA will be impacted by artificial intelligence. Everybody, 60% of you all, it's very possible you will lose your job eventually. The AI will come in to be your assistant, to help you, to assist you. It'll then learn your job. Elon's already building robots. What did he say? The next certain 10 years, we'll have like 10 million robots or something. Oh, he's cranking out robots. This whole Terminator thing, Skynet, it's real. Arnold Schwarzenegger came back from the future, just to let you know. I'll be back. Um, I'm going to skim the rest of the article. If the Cold War was punctuated by the nuclear arms race, today's geopolitical contest will likewise reflect a global competition over artificial intelligence. Oh, man. So we've got all these quantum computers going into space, artificial intelligence controlling the computer. Like, this is getting like really, man, I'm telling you, this is not cool. I'm sure glad I'm like 53 and not 23 because I don't want to be living through all this shit. Let me scroll down. Learning how to manage and govern AI. Let's see if there's anything in here. Trying to regulate AI is a little bit like trying to regulate air or water. Oh, that's not sounding too good. It talks about how AI evolves so fast, it's hard to control this thing. That's very concerning to me. He's talking about technology and security measures tailored to specific applicant like security measures. What if some country doesn't give a fuck about security? They want to create some kind of robot that takes over and just starts hacking people. Like, it's not. This isn't scientific fantasy. This stuff's reality. You can program robots to go out there and just start taking people out, parachuting them out of parachutes and loading them up with ammo and just saying, go for it. They learn how to do the karate chop and stuff. You can literally train these robots on how to fight. Like, I know it sounds kind of funny, but this shit's not cool. Um, Here's the 5 principles, okay? And then we're done with this article. The 5 guidelines published by the IMF call for the qualities of effective AI oversight. Okay. Precautionary, as in weighted towards AI potentially catastrophic downsides. So now they're preparing for a catastrophic downside. Like, wow. The artificial intelligence has to be agile, as in capable of responding in turn to AI's rapid advances. Well, this isn't sounding good. The first guidelines talking about how do we prepare for catastrophic downsides with artificial intelligence. The next one is talking how about how to respond to rapid advances. Well, this ain't looking good too far so far. Inclusive, as in collaborate and not dominate by any one actor. Impermeable, as in providing no avenue for exit from compliance. This is not sound, and none of this shit sounding good. Like, I'm cool. Can I go back to the 1980s again? And then by the time we get back up to the 2024, I won't even be around. I'm cool with that. All right. Send me back to like 1980, and I'll see all you guys on the other side. And targeted, yeah, this is not cool. You got Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. That dude will be dead in 3 years. He's gone on the record saying that action on AI needs to come from Congress, not the White House. That's the smartest thing that dude has ever said. Yeah, I'll leave that article there. I'm going to delete it. That's a bad nightmare right there. The artificial look. I read the IMF's 5 guidelines. I can only get through 3, maybe 4. That shit's scary. I'm just letting you know. Like, Crypto Hulk, now I'm telling you, I'm concerned. Like, a lot of times, I'm like, I'm not Crypto Hulk, don't give a shit. That shit don't concern me. I don't fuck. This artificial intelligence robot shit is concerning to Crypto Hulk. I'm just being open and honest, okay? Whoa. Now, there's somebody being open and honest right there. Good Lord. 1970 legend. Here's for the 33% of members that you have lost. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Yeah, what happened is I don't want to like give out specific numbers. I don't want people to know things, but it was see what happened is we hit a milestone. We hit over 30,000 subscribers. Those aren't paid. I wish it was paid members. Like, holy fuck. That would be like $3 million or some shit a month or something. Anyhow, we hit 30,000 subscribers. But before then, or just about that time, about before then, YT, I used to have somebody that worked with me. All of a sudden, this guy's like, hey, I got notification that we're doing a big change up in the department and they're switching people around or we're getting a new president. And I'm just like, wow. So ever since that happened, things were kind of starting to do that. And then, as you know, like things were happening to the channel, people were taking it over, whatever the fuck it was. At one point, I was doing stellar, like better than I ever have on the channel. About a week ago ish, things started getting real nutso about 10 days or a week ago, maybe like a week. And then it just dropped. Like people weren't notified. I looked down there and I'm like, where the fuck did all the members go? Like literally 30% or whatever it was. I don't know exact numbers, but I was like, holy shit. But we're gonna work on it. And I'm gonna keep pushing away and we'll build back up. Um, but yeah, it's just I know that and I couldn't like remember I told you when I went to post the video, it would take like 5 hours for one. And this was a video that was like 45 seconds. But then I take that same video to Facebook, 30 seconds it would load. Then I said, well, let me try Instagram, 30 seconds. And then I posted it on YT, 5 hours. So I posted a show for the show, and you wouldn't see it until 3 hours after the show. And that's faux show. So 1970 legend. Whoo-wee. Thank you very much. That's yeah, now I'm not stressed the hell out. All right. But it was all bad. Him and the other gentleman and stuff, like wow, very grateful. But yeah, it was crazy. I started having nightmares and shit. But anyway, yeah, I really did. Because like everything I was doing on the channel wasn't working. Like, I'm serious. Like nothing was working. And then I had these nightmares and shit, people trying to kill me and shit. Yeah, I'm serious. Like back in the military and stuff, like it's bringing up a lot of traumatic shit. So all right. S. Huraib, thank you very much for that donation to the channel. I recognize these names. Andy Arvise here, XRP Flea. These are people that I know. MK underscore P. Bobby Driscoll. You got Michael Gilbert. All these people in here, all these members. I'll probably do an open show in the morning. So I got to kind of alternate them more. Jim Mulligan, when it comes to AI, we don't what we don't know. We ought to go slow. That shit was scary, man. The 5 guiding principles. It almost sounded like the 5 ways AI is going to take me out. That's what it started talking about. No way exit or mandatory compliance or something. Like what the hell? Like this don't sound like any guidelines I want to be a part of. This sounds kind of like messed up. Like my God. But that's how it's going to be. Andy Arvine says, I try not to miss any shows. It is the best part of my day. Michael Brown says, 1970 legend. Thank you. I'll check it out. Any thoughts on a good Faraday bag brand? I mean, just look at reviews. If you got somebody who sold a Faraday bag like 50,000 times and they're like 5 stars, that's the one. Now make sure it's not like $500, but you get my point, right? Like, do your search parameters. You should know how to shop. It's not necessarily. I mean, I understand you want a recommendation from people and everything, also. But let's say you don't know, then just do that. Find a Faraday bag. Make sure like a gazillion people have bought it. There's no complaints, and everything's 5-star perfect. There you go, and it's in the price range that you want. Then just read the article or the description and see if it fits. Look at about 5 different bags, and then kind of. I mean, that's what I would do and stuff. I got Mission Darkness. I'm not recommending you buy it. That's what I have. Did I look at other ones? Yeah, I chose Mission Darkness, but don't copy me. Okay, next article. Well, oh, there's a tequila guy. David Montequila, still around. Tardy, always on the replays. Awesome, man. Thank you very much for that. Totally appreciate that. Alex Jones. Well, good for him. All right. We have 45 minutes. Okay, here's a positive one. Brad Garlinghouse again. You can't go negative with Brad, right? It's just like he's Mr. Positive. Where are we at? Okay. Now, like I've always said, you're gonna have three top cryptos. XRP is for the big money. Okay, if you're moving big weight, you go with them. XLM is for small to mid-sized enterprise businesses, whatever that might mean. Small business up to medium. Now, XDC, from what I understand, is going to be for like trade finance, stocks, bonds, foreign exchange, these kinds of things. And they'll all have to have their own stable coin, crypto, whatever you want to call it, because that's how they move. And they'll all have to work with each other's banks because they're all interconnected. It's like a spider web. When somebody on a spider web starts bouncing around, everybody on the web feels it. Okay, it doesn't mean one's better than the other. It doesn't necessarily mean that one's going to be worth more than the other. Um, if you diversify, that would be a smart move. I did not. I just got all the XRP. I thought would if I made a mistake, like I understood almost like immediately about XRP. Like I've studied a lot of the I looked at a lot of different cryptos. Sometimes I can learn very fast. I think from the time I looked into crypto to where I bought all my XRP and all the crypto I'd ever buy 4 years ago, I probably looked at crypto about 2 weeks. I watched a lot of videos and said, you know what, this shit sounds. No, actually, I'm gonna correct myself. 2 months. It was 2 months. I watched videos, 10 videos a day for 2 months. Was that 600 videos? And after then, after watching all different kinds of YouTube influencers and everything, I'm like, you know what? The only thing that sounds reasonable are these triple X ones and then this ISO stuff. There might have been like one. I don't even know if ISO was around then, but it might have been. But I knew something about Hedera and Algorand, and you know the ones I'm talking about. But the one that just stuck in my head was XRP. And I knew that XRP was American and all that. And I said, well, who would be like the opposite of America? Because I want to hedge my bet. So if we're looking at the opposite of America, some people say it's the red dragon country, which I'm not going to mention. So that's why I got VeChain, because VeChain's kind of linked up very heavily with the red dragon country. So I said, now, if the USA wins, great. I got XRP. And if we don't, great. I got VeChain from the red dragon country. So either way, I'm going to win. All right. Don't copy me. So now we got Ripple and Hedera. And there was the World Economic Forum there. And now Hedera was there. They were not a keynote speaker like Ripple, but Hedera was there. Look, I'll tell you what. Any crypto company like Hedera, and I think my Circle might have been there, I don't know. But if you were a crypto company and you're at Davos at the World Economic Forum, you need to invest in that, okay? That means they're legit. You're not gonna have Dogcoin. Vitalik Buterin is not gonna be there with his little chicken pox face from all the crack that he snorts or whatever it is, okay? He ain't gonna be there wearing his fucking pajamas on stage. That shit's not cool. That's actually embarrassing, okay? The reason I'm showing this article here, you got Brad Garlinghouse. Brad Garlinghouse is there. He's everywhere. That's important. Now, he's not everywhere, but he's everywhere that's important. In an interesting conversation, Ripple's head, Brad Garlinghouse, and Lehman Baird, co-founder of open source decentralized ledger Hedera, discussed potential collaboration to foster the digital assets industry. The crypto leaders recently shared their insightful thoughts on revolutionizing the $1 trillion payments industry during an interview hosted by the Utopian Lab founder Max Walker Williams at Davos. Look, get any of the three cryptos. If you want to just pick one, get any of the three X cryptos. If you want to get all three and get 33 and third each, great, do that. Maybe you don't. Maybe you want to get 50% of all the three X's. Then with your other 50%, get like Hedera, Algorand, stuff like that. Okay. um, Quant, CeeLo, whatever's ISO. I mean, there's different ways of doing things. But look, Hedera is vitally important, or else Brad wouldn't be talking to them. Hedera has like a steering committee of like what 50 global businesses. 50 global businesses. I think even General Electric. But H bar Hedera has a collection of like 50 of the best businesses in the world, or the most innovative businesses in the world. Not tiny businesses, big, large businesses. Like that's they're helping to build H bar. So it's not just like they're investing in them for nothing. No, they're helping them build like real world use case. Sounds probably practical, doesn't it? So that's what H bar is. I don't go around, tooting the horn of H bar all the time because I don't follow them, but it's an extremely reputable company because it's made of an organization of, I think, of at least 50 global businesses who are actively involved in their governing council. So all of them have an equal say. Brad realizes this, and that's why he's talking with them. And will they collaborate on something in the future? I know they will. That's my opinion. Ripple works with some of the biggest banks in the world and the top businesses as well, the tech companies. So I wouldn't hold them past them for them to do something in the future. Lehman Baird, if we scroll down to the bottom, it says, here's his Twitter page, his X page. When we as an industry work together, we can help keep users safe, build trust, and reach our potential to help the world. That sounds exactly perfect. Near the end of the article, Garlinghouse criticizes regulatory barrier. I'm not getting into that. I already went over that earlier about how fucked up the SEC is, and I had to destroy. We were in the that article. That's how I used to be in court without all the cussing. When I would show up to court, I'd have facts and figures lined up, and if somebody over there was not prepared, Lord have mercy, because they would look like a damn fool in court when I showed up. Gary Gensler's excuse was pooling money. Like, that's embarrassing, truly embarrassing. All right. Oh, we got Michael Brown. I appreciate your time, information, and bluntness. It's called facts. Michael Brown appreciates facts. So I'll do a translation on that one. Dom Kahlo. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Dom. Trying my best there, buddy. We're at 52 minutes. I could probably knock out one more articulo. And then guess what? I get to work on tomorrow morning show. It never fucking ends. I'm telling you. Just like that's why sometimes I'll go like almost 2 days or something because I gotta stop, man. It just fucking drives you nuts. CLU-less, clueless. Member for 17 months, 2024 crypto explosion. Trump and Crypto Hulk both live at the same time. Tough choice. Live at the same time. You know what it would be? It would be just not good if he was like president and I was vice. We'd have half the people wanting to leave the country, and I'd help facilitate that. All right. Hulk's Couch, member for a month, 2024 crypto explosion. BPG Bullion website says they cease all asset management. I found their wallet. They're turning XRP into XAU all this week. 1.2 XAU cost them 100. I don't know about that, but thanks for showing up at the show. And that's for show. Okay, lastly, let's talk about Virginia. I got an article I think I'm going to use for tomorrow morning. And it's about Hedera. It's from the Hedera page. So if you want to know a little more about Hedera, We're gonna go over this article tomorrow. And I'm gonna have more stuff for you too. It's a good one. Hedera was at Davos, and what somebody who works for Hedera kind of summarized what was Davos. What was it about? What problems were they trying to fix? And where are we going in the future with Web3, AI, distributed ledger, tokenization? So tomorrow morning's show, it's going to be an open show. Everybody can watch it. Because I want to go over like what the hell was Davos, but I want to be up like in an airplane looking down at it from like 1,000 feet. So we're not going to get into intricate details. We're gonna, and this was actually on the Hedera website, so we're gonna be going over that tomorrow. Let's go over the last article here. In the state of Virginia in the United States did something. Now I'm not a fan of Bitcoin. I don't hate Bitcoin. I don't hate people that love Bitcoin. It's just don't try to tell me your Bitcoin's better because that means you're fucking stupid. So as long as you shut your mouth and don't say dumb shit like that, then we can get along just fine. Here's the title. U.S. Virginia, well, United States, and then the state of Virginia introduces a bill to protect digital asset mining rights. Okay, I'm totally for that. I'm totally for when our government wants to allow, if you want to mine Bitcoin, Litecoin, whatever, then mine it. I don't care. Okay, it seems kind of primitive to me why we'd want to reinvent the wheel when we already have one. It's called Ripple, it's called Stellar, it's called XDC, Zinfin, R3 quarter, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so we've named all the names. Why do we want to reinvent the wheel by having to mine dumb shit? But nonetheless, I mean, I'm not going to be telling them, oh, you can't mine Bitcoin. Let them mine the fucking Bitcoin. I don't fucking care. All right, if you got the money for the electricity, if you want to use solar or whatever, then fucking do it. If you don't mind a transaction takes 10 minutes or maybe it costs $5,000, fine. I don't fucking care if you don't care. All right, I'm not using it, and nobody I know is going to use it. But if you want to, then do it. If you found a way to make money, great. So that's the kind of person I am. But don't fucking tell me it's better, it's more secure, because that's fucking stupid. That means you got shit for brains. But anyhow, but I can still be your friend. The legislation in Virginia establishes rights for digital asset miners and validators. That's great. I'm totally for them having rights and provides tax incentives for the future purchase of goods and services with cryptocurrencies. I don't know if I like that, but whatever. The Virginia State Senate has introduced legislation that delineates regulations for the mining and transactions of digital assets and their treatment under tax laws. Stop. So, right here, we have a United States state that came up with regulations. Very interesting. And treatment under tax laws. So, we got regulations for crypto and tax laws with crypto. Congratulations, Virginia. Now it's with proof of work, but still, I'm proud of Virginia and the senators that voted for that. Okay. I'm not knocking it. So that means they're going to be mining Bitcoin. Okay, great. I don't fucking care. But congratulations. Senator Saddam Aslan Salim, the youngest member of the legislative body at 34. Proposed the Senate Bill number 339 on January 9th. The Senate is discussing the legislation, and if it passes, that's if, it will go directly to the House of Delegates for consideration and then be signed into law. I would actually start clapping, but I'm not going to. I'm not being rude. It's just that's pretty amazing. Congratulations, Virginia. The bill exempts individuals like you and me and businesses engaged in digital mining activities from obtaining a money transmitter license. Thank you, God. It also shields miners from discrimination by prohibiting industrial zones from banning digital asset mining or imposing more restrictive noise ordinances than those in place. So, what other states were doing, were trying to kick, I think it was New York, communist states in the United States were trying to stop Bitcoin mining because it was too loud. Now, look, you know, something's very interesting when Crypto Hulk is actually kind of like, sounds like he's defending or sticking up for proof of work. I just think it's a fundamental right for people. If you want to, if you want to pay an electrical bill that's fucking 5,000 a month, but then you're able, but then if you take more power from other people, then it's up to the government to make a better power grid instead of allowing illegals to come in this fucking country and giving it to shit, giving money to shit people that cross illegally and not legally. But there's a workaround. Maybe they require, okay, if you use more than a certain amount of electricity, you got to buy your own generator and buy gas or whatever. They can figure that shit out. But I'm glad to see that proof of work people can do what they want to do, even though I think Bitcoin's a waste of my fucking time and money. But if it's their right, so let them fucking mine that shit. It says here in Virginia, no license under this chapter shall be required. So it means you won't have to have a license to mine Bitcoin. So you won't have to have a license to have a digital asset mining business. That's what I'm talking about. Virginia, congratulations. All these other states, go fuck yourselves. Hopefully you get voted out. In addition, the legislation exempts issuers and sellers. Listen, do you sell digital assets? I hope you do. Because in Virginia, you won't have to do a securities registration requirements. So everybody check it out. If you want to own a business where you mine Bitcoin, you might want to consider moving to Virginia because you won't have to have a license and you will not have to register with the SEC. Okay, I fucking love this. All right. In quotes, an issuer or seller of a digital asset shall be exempt from the securities registration requirements. Now you have to be careful. You can sell it, but it cannot be considered an investment contract, okay? Now I'm not the one telling you to do this shit, but let's say you mine Bitcoin and you meet somebody and you're like, "Hey, I've got all this Bitcoin. You want to buy it?" And they're like, "Sure." And then you sell it to them. Don't make it seem like they're buying a portion of your business and you're going to give them profits. It's just you got to sell it means sell it. There's no fucking arrangement, no agreement, nothing. Not like what Ethereum did. Don't do what Ethereum did. That was illegal, but our SEC chose not to follow the law and arrest them. Okay. So this is pretty cool in Virginia. You can sell crypto and it's not a security. Awesome. You also cannot market the crypto that you sell as a financial investment. So you can't tell people, "Oh, this is a good investment. Why don't you buy my Bitcoin?" See, you can mine Bitcoin in Virginia and you can sell it and shut your fucking mouth. And if you do that, you'll be just fine. Where you're going to get in trouble is when you start talking. So if you're a Bitcoin miner, move to Virginia, mine your Bitcoin, sell it, shut your fucking mouth. And there you go. It's perfect. You won't get in trouble. Okay. I'm going to leave that article as it is. Let me check my comments here. Got 3 acres of brick home and 2 acres of water for 269,000. The chat hasn't moved for a few minutes. It's now weird. I only got 124 people in here. It's probably part of the reason. When you get like 550 people in here, you start getting activity. Go Virginia. You have storms. I live in Virginia, says Clueless. I've got a garage open. Someone can rent out. I know, like in Los Angeles, people are renting out like their garages for like $1,000 a month or something. It's like, what? It's fucking nutso. Um, so weed's now allowed in Virginia. So someone's like, "Go Virginia." It's like, okay, all right then. Uh, Stay out of Virginia. We have enough terrible drivers already. Says the black sheep. That'll wrap it up for right now. It's about an hour and 5 minutes. Right now in California, it is 7:35 p.m. Pacific time. I gotta look for news for tomorrow. 6:30 a.m. will be the show. Officially over. Curtain is closed. Now you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I got to turn the show off. I can't let the chat run, but I got to do some work. Now, if I can find news, then I'll make a show in the morning. I've got one article to do it with. I could probably got maybe 20 minutes with that. Not quite enough for a show, but give me some time. I might be able to find some stuff. So, other than that, we're out, members, and I'll see you another show.